Yo, what's good, bro? Yo, listen. First of all, why you telling people and put it on the credits on the end? Don't act like I ain't seen this shit before. I seen it, and I seen the end credits you do with this new video shit. All right, shout out to you. But why you over here telling you working here by yourself now? Like I don't help you, or you forgot about Juansito now? Did you? All right. God damn, man, I don't appreciate that shit, man. I need my credit too. I need my love. I mean, I know I've been on and off, but like, god damn, bro. What the fuck? Well, listen, I'm leaving you this message. It's time for me to be on the show. So this is it. You put me on the show. Do what you need to do. Fix my voice. I stole my brother. My brother got one of these recorded things. I stole it from him. Hopefully, you don't get tight, but whatever. Listen, man. Yo, you saw Drake drop that gay ass album? This nigga Drake, bro, this nigga Drake dropped a gay ass album on Pride Month. What the fuck is this shit? That shit's hot garbage. Listen, and Kendrick's album sucked too. I heard you talking about Kendrick's album the other day. Yo, that shit sucks. Ain't nobody want to hear about that shit. Ain't nobody care about your gay ass auntie either, man. I want to hear some lit shit. I want to turn the fuck up. That shit wasn't busting, bro. That shit was, yo, no cap. That shit was fucking whack, bro. That shit was fucking whack. Listen, all this introspective shit, get that the fuck out of here, man. I want to listen to some SCG or some shit like that, bro. The fuck, nigga sucking on this bitch titty like I'm trying to get some syrup out it. That nigga Future still the truth. That nigga Future got the album of the year still to this day. But you know what it is, man? I just wanted to drop in on this part. Oh yeah, also, fuck your fucking Celtics, baby. Knicks all day, motherfucker. I know that, yo, we got some rebuilding to do. But yeah, fuck your fucking Celtics. Yo, fuck Marcus Smart and Jason Tatum. He a pussy, bro. He a pussy. Well, he should have texted Kobe for some advice for how to play in the fucking finals, because that nigga sucks out here texting Kobe. That nigga dead. Leave him alone. Ja, leave him alone. Alright? That's what y'all get. Fuck y'all bum ass Celtics. And y'all bum ass Red Sox too. Listen, I don't care about baseball that much, but yo, my Yankees putting in that work, you heard? My Yankees putting in that fucking work. Fuck your Red Sox too, yeah? You know, I had to get on this shit and talk my shit real quick. But damn, bro, I ain't gonna cap. I lost mad of my money in this crypto shit, man. My Cardano shit. Listen, man, I lost mad bread. But it's all good, man. I got an NFT on the way. You know what I'm saying? Big things coming. About to get this blockchain popping. You heard. I'll say, I say follow me on TikTok, but I'll be wild with the shit sometimes, so it's probably better I stay anonymous for now. But yo.
And welcome back to another episode of the Nothing to Do podcast. I'm your host, Jeremy. And boy, oh boy, I'm gonna tell you right now, I did not listen to I listened to it just to edit his voice out, to lower the pitch on it there. My boy spazzed out. My boy Juansito, shout out to you. Sounds like you just came on the show to talk a lot of shit. And you don't put in that much work here, to be honest. But it's all good. I got love for you. I'll make room for you on this show just like I just did. We have our first guest in a while, our first virtual guest. How'd you guys like that? You see, now you guys know why Juansito wants to stay anonymous right now. Yo, but how's everybody doing? Is everybody enjoying their summer? The first day of summer, the first week of summer is June 23rd. We're 2 days into summer. I've been on summer vacation for like 2 weeks now. And I've had that's not true. I haven't done anything. I've been busy with school. I finally fucking finished my my first class in what? When did I graduate college? When I was 22. It was 2016. 6 years. It's been 6 years since I was in a classroom setting. I just finished, or at least in a classroom setting where I was a student, I should say, right? But yeah, I just finished that. I was working my ass off on that, so that's why this episode's a little bit late. So don't kill me. Juansito had a lot of shit to talk about. What he started, the Drake album. You know what? And that album came just in time within the schedule I set for myself to come out with episodes. I usually come out like every Monday with this, right? I was a little busy with schoolwork and finals and stuff like that, so I had to, postpone this recording for a bit. But the Drake album, the ultimate troll of the year. I'm not gonna lie. When because he announced it the day before it came out, right? It's been out for like almost a week now. A week ago is when he announced it on social media, and the way it looked, even the name, honestly, never mind. He showed the track list. He had no features, and I'm like, Drake's been rocking the fucking braids lately, the cornrows. And I'm like, yo, is this man Drake about to drop some bars right now? Is he about to drop some motherfucking bars right now? Like, that's what it looks like. And I was praying not only for bars, not necessarily bars. Yeah, bars. I was kind of hoping for him to just go in and have some, I was really praying for a J. Cole feature, right? I've been playing because for the last 2 years, they've been showing each other mad love. And they've been in the studio together and all this stuff, right? And then comes that Friday, a week ago, and the album drops. And this nigga dropped a house album.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And you know what? I didn't hate it. Obviously, everyone went off on the album. People hated it. People still hate it, right? And I didn't hate it. It sounded like I appreciated that he went for another sound and that he was trying to do something new. But it felt like every other sort of Drake album in the sense that he wasn't doing, even the fact that he changed his genre. Even a lot of those songs still, if you take a couple of those songs out and you put them in his previous albums where another R&B song, it still sounds like something that would have came out of his More Life work, right? His More Life playlist. Something that would have been on Views. Something that even would have been on, what's the name of the one with his head in the clouds, right? He had that song, Just Hold On, We're Going Home. Even that song could have been on this Honestly Nevermind album, right? There's really only maybe 3 tracks, right, that stand out in terms of it was a completely different sound. But even that being said, I just don't think he even took that much of a risk going with that house music sound. It felt like I had a conversation with some friends and they made a good point. It definitely sounded like some more they went on Spotify and got royalty free house beats and just did some R&B shit over it. I'm not mad at it though. Obviously the song with 21 is the only song where that's the only song anybody likes. And even that song Liability, he even cause it's not only that he didn't take it, he's clearly capitalizing on a little movement that's going on TikTok with house music, I believe. And even just the way he did that song Liability, where it's just he recorded an average Drake R&B song and just changed the pitch, which is really popular among SoundCloud and these TikTok things, these TikTok videos that have these edited dub songs over them. It's and I like that song too. Don't get me wrong. I just cause his whole thing was yeah, yo, we're up here already. Y'all gotta catch up. All this shit like that. It's cool if you don't like it. On some level, yeah, but I also still feel he didn't take as much of a risk as he claims to have taken, or that he claims, or his sound wasn't as transcendent. That being said, though, I find myself a week later, and you know what? I actually like the album a lot more than when it came out. I'm not even gonna.
My butthole's on wet.
Yeah, that's I mean, I was studying. I was doing my finals to this album, and I'm just you clean the house with this album, or you're just doing shit around the house while this shit is playing, and this shit just como que te se mete un espíritu diablo, you know what I'm saying? This shit's kind of you can't help but to move to that shit. And I actually, you know what, I like. I'll tell you this, I like it better than CLB. I thought CLB was garbage. CLB was like that classic, like how when people say that Drake doesn't drop classics, he doesn't take risk on his music. I thought CLB was like the perfect example of a Drake project where he just has a couple hits that's fun to listen to on the radio or at the bar or at the club or something. But like, there's really only the song I really only liked on that one was the intro, and then the other ones were kind of catchy, right? Yeah, I like this. I like Honestly Nevermind. I'm gonna say here, I liked Honestly Nevermind better than Certified Lover Boy. I thought Certified. I don't even remember the last time I even had the inclination to go back and scroll in my library and play a couple songs that I liked from that album, because that one was a throwaway for me. I liked Honestly Nevermind, and people hate and talk all they want. I'll tell you this: this has 808s and heartbreaks written all over it. Not in the fact that he's changing sound and he's revolutionizing like us, like sound, but I'll tell you that within the next 3 years, you're gonna see a bunch of R&B artists having a lot more house influenced music on their albums now because he dropped an album like this, right? Because again, like remember the reception that 808s and Heartbreaks? Even I hated 808s and Heartbreaks when that shit came out. I thought, like, I was like, what the fuck is this? But like now, you ask most people, and it is in people's top 3, if not top 5, if not the top 3 favorite Kanye albums of all time. And you see how it influenced just R&B and rap music in general. Just that really bassy 808 sound, like sort of like dominating like rap music and even R&B. And this isn't to say that like this Drake, this Honestly Nevermind shit is that revolutionary on that level. But I think in terms of like what you're going to be hearing coming out of artists, Drake. I think he broke the mold on that. Like, you're going to see it more. You're not just going to see it from like a Calvin Harris or a Diplo, like, and like maybe like Ty Dolla $ign will do a feature. No, you're going to see actual R&B artists like on their album, no feature, whatever it is, have that house influence. But even with the new Beyonce song that just came out, that's a house song, right? To Break My Soul or some shit like that, right? I listened to it for like 30 seconds just because I wanted to stay up on it. And it was fine. I mean, I also personally don't hate house music. Like, I it's definitely a vibe. It's fun to listen to. But yeah, I didn't hate the album. Motherfuckers that hated the album just hated how it made them feel when they were listening to the album. They're like, ooh, what is this fucking... Like Juansito just said, like Juansito was listening to that. All right, Juansito, maybe you should check yourself. Maybe you should look inward as to why you didn't like that album. I feel like that definitely has a lot to do with it, or something to do with it. I'm not saying that everyone should like house music, but like, I'd honestly, like, if you really listen to it, it's not that far off from the R&B type of music that Drake has been putting out in his last like 5-6 projects that niggas was loving, because the whole project wasn't that sound, right? It was like sprinkled in. The way he presented it was huge. And I'm going on this huge Drake tangent. But I would be remiss to mention, if Juansito, don't you ever disrespect Kendrick Lamar the way you just did. All right? You feeling really froggy right now, my guy. That Kendrick, I can't even... It's harder for me to like break down a Kendrick album than it is for me to break down like a Drake album, right? Because there's just so many more layers, and like it's also so much more personal than a Drake album. And but like, yeah, I still like, that's an album. Like, I know now I feel comfortable saying that album is fire, and I'm still listening to it like every week. Like, when it first came out, I listened to it for like a week straight. I put it down for a little bit. I tried to digest it a little bit. And there's still like, It's definitely one of those albums that like there's a handful of songs that really stood out to me that I really liked when it first came out, and now like as I re-listen to those songs or the album, I like those songs, and then more songs start to stand out, and now I'm playing more of these songs now. Like yeah, that song "Die Hard" had to grow on me. I didn't really like "Die Hard" when I first heard it. Um, "Count Me Out" or "Count Me Out," yeah. Um, Even that "We Cry Together" shit, like that's basically his version of like a of like a Kim. I guess that song "Kim" by Eminem, which I've referenced before on this show. Um, well, it's just like a very explicit portrayal of just like a very toxic relationship. um, but I love that song too. That song's fire. And then the way he kind of just like juxtaposes it, the song after is just "Shut the Fuck Up When You Hear Love Talking." What's the name of that song? "Purple Hearts." I don't know. I thought that Kendrick album was fucking fire. Juansito only likes to turn up. Which is why he says what he said. But I do fuck with STG too. A friend of mine put me onto STG, and he has some bangers. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll give the Drake album like a 7 out of 10, 6.5. Quality wise, when it comes to like, but I listen to it more. You would think because of that I would like and listen to it less, but I listen to it more than the rating I give. My rating, I'm trying to like be objective as possible in the rating I give it, as if I'm some sort of music professional, right? um, but I found myself listening to that album more than I thought I would when the day it came out. And all you niggas hating on the album, y'all just a bunch of haters. And that I know that album gives you an uncomfortable feeling in the pit of your chest and your stomach that probably needs to be addressed too a little bit, right? Um, what else? Yeah, the Celtics. Fucking Juancito's a Knicks fan. I don't want to hear shit from Knicks fans. I'm not that hard. It was rough to watch. I watched I watched the first half of game one, which Platano faced Al Horford, the big poppy of the NBA. Fucking had to put on his back. I didn't watch game two. Game three, I watched the first half of game three again, and we was up 2-1. I watched basically all of game four, but I was too drunk to remember half the game. After the first half, I was like, I don't want to say blackout drunk. I wasn't sloppy, but I was really drunk. I was shout out to, first of all, yeah, I mean, I usually do shout out to the end, but I'll do it now. Shout out to Sarah, a.k.a. Babe Shorts, and Nick Engelhart on they've been married for like a year now, right? Or a year and change. But they finally had their ceremony, and their parent and Sarah, I'm gonna call her Babe because that's what I called her my whole life. She's one of my, you know, closest friends I've had for a long time. And they had their reception, their ceremony finally in her parents' yard, which is like one of the most beautiful pieces of property I've ever seen in my life in Vermont. And we had a great time, and we turned the fuck up in Vermont. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. So shout out to you and making your union, Instagram official now. That shit was lit. And many blessings to you for the years to come. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I will say this. Jason Tatum, man, you need to, you really made it hard to root for you after those Kobe texts. I mean, like, you're lucky you guys scraped by in Game 7 against the Heat, which is when you texted Kobe, right? But I will say this. That nigga Kobe's dead. Leave him alone. Don't have this nigga sick turning in his grave. You all here praying to him and texting him in his DMs, and you put up 21 points per game, shooting like 34% from the field. Like, that was abysmal. And then you ended game 6 with 13 points. And again, this is me, a very average guy with subpar basketball skills, judging one of the greatest in the game, in today's game. But yeah, it's just like you make it hard to root for you when you do shit like that, and then like you put up 13 a game. I'm trying, I've been coming out in this podcast saying I'm trying, and this isn't going to deter me in any way. And I think the Celtics have a good future ahead of them as long as we keep this like Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum core, Marcus Smart. But yeah, man, you make it hard. Kobe, leave that man to rest, bro. That nigga dead. So, I don't really have that much else to talk. I mean, I don't have that much else to talk about today. I wanted to get on here because I wanted to try my best to stay on schedule. Or maybe I feel like the thing is, I feel like I did have something to talk about, and and now I forget. I forget what it is now. I mean, I talked about. This is what it is, man. Yeah, motherfuckers, just know it's hard talking to yourself. That's one thing I will say. I appreciate you, Juansito, reaching out. At least you made this a little bit. You made this a little bit easier for me. And yeah, I'll make sure to throw you in the credits at the end of this, and I'll get you on the show more lately. But you see that reckless shit he was talking. That's why I had to fucking change the pitch on his voice, and that's why I have to treat him by Juansito. Because he's wild and he can get me in trouble, which he probably will, but he doesn't care because he cares about himself. He doesn't want to get in trouble. But I follow that man on TikTok, and that nigga be wilding on TikTok. Yeah, maybe he'll give y'all access to TikTok one day. We'll see. But yeah, 2 weeks. I realize how much of my social life is just not in Rhode Island. I have nothing to do. Right? I have nothing. I have nothing to do. Right? Nothing to do. But yeah, I've been off of work for 2 weeks. The last day of school was the first week of June, and I've had 2 weeks of free time on my hand, and it's just like sometimes I don't even know what to do with myself. I'm like, I finished all of my favorite shows, right? I finished all of my favorite shows are ending now. I don't watch anything else. Like I just watched Peaky Blinders came out that week. School finished, and that was phenomenal. Hey, chef's kiss. Love it. Love it. Love what they did. Even though unfortunately the actress, I should probably say her name. I think it's her. It's Helen something. I'm not gonna do this to her. Let me put some respect on her name real quick. Let me put some respect on her name. Mama huevo! As I follow it with one of the most disrespectful sound bites I have on my soundboard, Helen McCrory. She passed away while they were filming it, and they had to obviously pivot the story, and they still did a great job. Apparently, there's a movie coming out. That show's lit. I talked about Stranger Things. That's about to be over. After I think season 5 is supposed to be the last one. I just finished Ozark, which was dope as well. Little by little, I just have nothing else to watch and nothing else that I care to watch. I gotta finish that. I had to finish that Lakers show on HBO. I was watching that and I fell off for a little bit, but I gotta finish that shit. But yeah, I mean, like, it's tough. Because I don't step out as much as I used to. For a lot of reasons. One primarily being funds sometimes, because I have to save my funds instead of spend my funds. What else? Also, I just feel like there's just been a lot of change. Some not the best, but mostly growth, I will say, around my social circle here in Rhode Island. And with that comes sometimes you you change in different directions, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Um, but you know, yeah, I just find myself in the house. I've been playing more video games lately, which has been occupying my time. I've been doing a lot of schoolwork too. Been working on this. Um, but yeah, making friends is hard after you're like 26, 27, I think. Like you hit a level of cap where you personality wise and things you like and you don't like sort of stay static in a way. I'm not saying that you can't grow or change as a person after that, but there is a level of like your personality is cemented in a way, right? And your interests are cemented. And you don't really have, aside from like, dating, you don't really have the capacity to just allow more people in your, or maybe that's just me speaking, right? I could be completely wrong. Maybe there's just something wrong with me, and maybe I just suck at making new friends. But all in all, it's been for the best, right? Because like I've been saving money, and I.
It's fucking nice out. Who's trying to chill, smoke some loud, feel me?
Yeah, but it's nice out, and sometimes like I don't know. I could go on a whole I have this thing, and I'd probably get it out better if I had somebody to talk to on the show. And I've said it for like the last 3, 4, 5 episodes that I need to go on a guest run or I need to have people on, and I just kind of did. But yeah, I mean, like, it is what it is. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna get too in depth in that. I don't even know what else besides the Drake album. That's really all that's been dominating my feed in terms of just like dumb shit to talk about. I don't really have. I mean, I was kind of touching on something a little bit more under the surface to talk about, but I'm just gonna leave that for another time. I'm going to thank you, dirtbags, for listening and tuning in, and holla.